All right. Hello, everybody. On the Astrogravitational report for August 2nd. Talking about today, I'm going to talk to you a little bit in there. Please, usually when I see this kind of like an aspects in there, that is the time that you have to really put yourself back. I'm talking about that in a personal levels today. The energy is going to be a very intense. Usually that's what happens when I see on a chart like this in a personal reading. Yes, I do personal readings. You can contact me on Facebook. But talking about this fight between the moon and the sun with Uranus and there. Usually that is a most connecting into personality situations like kind of karmic situations that the universe created these bad family situations in there, but Venus takes these divine energies looking into the divine. Usually that is a token about people who have a very hard childhood, but they pick themselves up, but they have to carry the wounds from the both parents. Please don't make those today. If you're one of those parents out there, I'm giving you suggestions not to do it because usually through those fights in there, that is these sudden changes, and this can break your relationships very easily. But in a personal level, you're gonna find out today, talking about today, you're gonna find out what you need to change. This is why the moon that is in Aquarius is very powerful. Okay, she's going and she's looking. She's that she went from below the surface, becomes the full power, and then she goes above the surface. And when we're talking about above the surface today, she's gonna be working on to find out the issues, but don't create more issues than you need to. The energy at 6 o'clock is gonna be intense. It's still gonna be having the effects from yesterday's full moon. The midheaven it's gonna be together with the north node. But thanks to the North Node, you are focusing on the things that you need to do within your destiny. You focus from within yourself. Is a pretty good aspect in there. Jupiter, it's helping right now. Mercury in Mars, there is a lot of positive energies within, but love has to be reviewed, revised. And this is why Venus retrograde is going to be very strong on this. But this is usually the moment when are you breaking out relationships, and stay away from this. And if you have to go through it, you have to do it, but do it in the nice way, please. So, talking about this energy at 7 o'clock is going to be focus of the growth, which is that is going to be more attaching to the masculine energies. Talking about Mars and Virgo, we are talking about justifying things in life and the communications attaching to it. A lot of communications for a personal growth and a personal healing. But if you look at it, the intense energies, they're showing you the area of concerns that you have to go ahead and look and grow and mature in there. Talking about later on at 8 o'clock, that energy is going to be still going to be creating this intensity we're talking about, because midheaven transitioning through Taurus. Be careful, don't fight for material things. This is like you are going to separate and you fight for material things. Material things doesn't matter. You can buy material things, but internally emotional wounds is going to take you more money, time, and effort and energies to heal. So is the material things matters? If it's matter for you, think again. There. So talking about the rising energies and the midheaven energies, they are going to be transitioning at 9 o'clock. There's going to be some these positions of midheaven and Gemini, which is going to begin to try the moon, and that is going to bring this energy of like, you know what, let's make in a peace. Let's get this piece are going. Let's get these things. Let's not destroy everything. This is like you trying to do a reconciliations in there. That is the energies if you give it a shot one more time. But that is a reconciliations is actually asking for something more deep. When it dive underneath the energies that are present, that is talking about self-calibration. You to recalibrate yourself, okay? Because it's easy to see the problems within others. How about you see the problems from within yourself? And this is why the best teacher is you. You to learn to look from within yourself. I mean, people can tell you things, people can do you things, but if you take him personally, you actually don't look within yourself. And this is why this conflict right now between Leo and the moon, it is existing. It is about. Actually, this conflict is going to be pretty much brought in during the Lions Gate. It's going to be coming so strong. So, talking about later on the energies about 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock, they're going to be more guided through Pluto. At 10 o'clock, there's going to be an yacht made from the midheaven from Gemini. Is like, you know what? Even if you will separate, we gotta be friends. Even if this is the situations, we have to remain friendly. I mean, the divine energies are helping you to navigate through this. Okay, but Saturn is still saying like, okay, you didn't learn this and this, and that's what happens, so I'm sending you back. You have to relearn it. You may learn it as a, if you didn't learn things as a child, you may have to learn it now as a parent. Usually that is the wisdom when you gained what your parents told you so and you didn't listen, and you make so much mistakes in life, and now because you're a parent, you you see what it is. So, talking about that, 11 o'clock, the ascendant moves into to Libra. It's like, okay, we're gonna make some balance. I see things. Midheavens is in Cancer. Very beautiful, beautiful energies. I'll tell you that here, midheaven, it's at 11 degrees. It is sextiling Mercury and Mars at Virgo, healing time. At the same time, it's trining the moon and sextiles Jupiter. Beautiful time, people to learn and look in there and to mature as in a family. This is when you actually have this aha moment. I just talk about it, that whatever happened to you as a kid, it is about right now. You're a parent. You understand it, how that goes. You know what you were thinking back then. What can you do? Pretty much nothing. The kid has to learn on its own. So, at 1 o'clock, the energy is going to be more intense in there because it's connecting with the sun. That right now is squaring Jupiter. Growth is suppressed. The authority does not want to grow, does not want to getting in there. Okay, be mindful about this. It is about you to develop this authority with your personality. And if your personality is in the one way, you're gonna act that way. If it is the other way, you're gonna act the other way. But what way? Your way. Okay? It is your way. So your will, your power. Um, Things it is about to pay more attention is about the next time, next hour, which is at 2 p.m. Talking about the energies of 2 p.m. is gonna be midheaven with Venus, and it's gonna be all those oppositions with the moon that begins because the moon is at the end of the Aquarius and Saturn. Right now, the mother-daughter sees the limitations. Usually, there is a talking about breaking down. It's like, I don't want to see my mother. I don't want to deal with my mother. I don't want to deal with my daughter. She's like this and this and this. Especially the Uranus is squaring all that. You might be rethinking on the both sides. What do you do? Rethink your actions using the divine situations from within. You're going to be facing those energies in some way. Okay? Even if that's not you, but maybe that is a family issues. You see a family, learn it that something has to be happen in a certain way. You have no ruling over this. The universe does. Okay? So 3 o'clock midheaven, it's going to be between Mercury and Mars, and with all those energies from Saturn, it's suppressing. But through the suppressions of Saturn, is like, you know what? I learned from the mistakes in the past. I'm taking new actions. I'm taking a new talk. I'm going to be talking when it feels uncomfortable. I'm going to do the things when it feels uncomfortable. I'm going to be healing up here. I'm not suppressing myself. So Saturn is retrograde, is teaching in a way by limitations, but Jupiter is giving the power for the growth. Use it, guys. I beg you, use it. It's gonna help you a lot in your life. Exactly when it's hard, you mature. This is the best time. You find yourself how powerful you are. Okay. Talking about later on at 4 o'clock p.m. midheaven, it's going to be moved at the end of Virgo. I mean, this divine energies at the end of Aquarius and the beginning of areas between the North Node and the Moon right now, they're going to be helping you. You're going to see the divine way of healing inside of you. That healing is going to be very, very powerful. And I'm thinking that that energy is going to be from 4 p.m. all the way into 4:15, 4:20 in there. But the energy is going to be good. Somebody doesn't want to talk about this. I don't know who that is, but whoever that person is, if you have some issues that you don't want to talk about it, you better talk about it. Boy, that was a heavy energy. All right. So let me go back into the charts because hmm, um 5 o'clock midheaven is going to Libra. That is it, gonna be divine energies with the 13 degrees Jupiter, talking about Libra Taurus situations. Love and money comes together, but also they're under the divine ruling because that is a 150 degrees direct aspects, 13 degrees to 13 degrees. Okay, but that is gonna be oh man, a lot of people don't want to talk about their issues. Oof, this energy today is affecting me. I mean, it's 6 o'clock in the morning here, and I begin to feel this energy kicked in 2 minutes ago. So, talking about the sextiles with the Sun and Venus, that is it about to make this balance of what the original learning will be. Okay, it is gonna be pretty interesting there because that is the balance between the fathers and the daughter. The father has to teach the daughter, but if the daughter doesn't willing to learn, he can't teach her. So this is why right now Venus retrograde will teach the daughter from within. Life will teach her, not you. So at 6 o'clock, there's going to be some divine energies towards Neptune. There at the end of Libra. If you have something with an end of Libra, you're probably learning things inside of it. You're going to see the divine visions. Very beautiful energies with Mercury. Very beautiful energies with the Moon and Aquarius. And there, and with Saturn, you see the limitations. You see what it needs to be fixed. You're getting the divine energies, but you're going to be really getting into the issue tomorrow morning. Because tomorrow morning, when I wake up, the moon is going to be together with Saturn. And when she's with the Saturn, she's going to be opposing Venus, Mercury, and Mars. But that's more in the tomorrow's gravitational report, guys. So, talking about the continue of the day at 7 and 8 p.m., the energy is going to be really hectic. Talking about that, this because right now we have the moon that is in Leo, and everything that goes on within the moon is, I'm sorry, in Aquarius, but everything that goes on in Leo, Aquarius, and Taurus, Scorpio situations, it is. So between 7 and 8 o'clock, midheaven is transitioning with Scorpio. That is going to be triggering what needs to be cleaned out. But what happens is at 8 o'clock, at the end of that, at the end of that, there's going to be a divine energies with the North Node. Everything gets mating because of this karmic situations, because of these destiny situations. It's been predetermined. And you're trying to forcing things, you're trying to put your will, you're trying to put your foot on the situation, try to control it, manipulate it. All you're going to do, make more mess. All you're going to do, more mess. Just agree and surrender. People make their choices. That's their consequences of their choices, not yours. All you have to do is stay in your peace, maintain that energies within yourself through the divine energies, and let the thing follow its natural path. There. At 9 o'clock, the energy is going to get a little better. Midheaven walks within Sag. There is going to be a divine energies with Jupiter. Beautiful growth. You're learning the expressions. Somebody tells you something. Somebody gives you advice. You're connecting to someone. You do something. You learn something about it. But Midheaven, it is trying with Lilith and the Sun at that time. But it squares Mars and Mercury. Be careful with this divine masculine energies. You're going to be testing on this, how the things are going to be. Do you like what you hear, or you just focus on the material growth? Sometimes when somebody tells you, hey, you need to look this with your spirit, you need to be looking this more within your soul, more within this, and you're like, you know what, all I care is about money. Some people are like this. You can't change them, okay? But let them find a way that the things are not the way they should. The moon is going to be approaching the end of Aquarius, and that unifications, because it's already like 8 degrees separations between the moon and Saturn. The rising energies is going to be telling you, look what you're going to be dealing tomorrow morning. You may be going to begin to feel like, man, tomorrow's going to be this, tomorrow's going to be that. Tomorrow is going to be what you're going to make it. But if you feel the energies in there, they are very much tied into the North Node. There is also, this purifications into all this, because through the moon that's going to be joining Saturn, you're going to be finding the limitations, the lessons, the redo part, the re-understanding, the recalibrations. And instead of doing revolution, you're going to do re-evolution. That is going to be apart from you. And at 11 o'clock, the energies are going to be calming down a little bit. There's going to be this beautiful kites from midheaven at 11 degrees of Capricorn towards Mars and Mercury. Divine masculine energies are going to be taking that power. And the moon, it's already been into the last minutes of Aquarius. And Saturn, they're going to be on that middle of the kite. And here's going to be that inner work that you're doing, putting yourself before you go to bed. And Jupiter, the growth. So the masculine energies are leading. I said that long time ago. They still in the lead. Okay? But don't do anything to create any more issues, guys. So that's what it was, the Astrogravitational report. Thank you guys so for watching it, and I appreciate all your comments. Please, if you have something, you can comment below, and come back tomorrow for another Astrogravitational report. See what my future may bring. Love you guys. Be love and good luck.